love countertenor.
They're all just kidding.
They're just being silly.
Welcome back to the Dinner Party Show with Christopher Rice and Derek Shaw Quinn.
And Ann Rice.
And Ann Rice. Do you know that
the millions and millions of listeners that she brings with
we have
her.
mountains of questions. We
Mountains. We had to break out pythons and nylon
You're always
ropes
using
and
words I don't know the meaning of. What is a python?
It's one of those little things that they use. It's a mountain climbing implement.
I'm so excited that you know all about mountain climbing.
I just like words. I like words. I think that one of my favorite things about English is that there is a name for everything.
And you use it at some
point. I like
point.
knowing the names for as much stuff as I can know the names of.
When Eric and I had first become friends, he said, I'll be happy to go to lunch with you, but we'll have to stop at the cobbler on the way home. And I went, the what? Where are we going to lunch? A medieval village in France?
I had to take my shoes
are we going to see Belle and Gaston?
That's who repairs your shoes, is the cobbler.
All right, enough of our shtick. They're all listening tonight to hear
nobody gives a shit about
breaking news from Ann Rice. We already have people saying, are worrying that you have bad news.
I do have bad news. I have bad news.
Okay.
After 5 years, there is no new Vampire Chronicles movie. There is no new Lestat movie in development. It is not happening. And that is bad news. And I feel terrible about it. I mean, we've worked really hard for maybe 8 years to try to get something going, to try to get a movie of Tale of the Body Thief going, or just to get the Vampire Chronicles up and back into film in some form. And unfortunately, we've been undone again. And it's not because people didn't try. I mean, we had excellent agents who tried, we have an excellent lawyer who tried, and we had all kinds of people who were interested, but they just couldn't work out certain difficulties. And I just want people to know how much we want it to happen.
Right.
At one point, when the development was stalled, Christopher and I wrote a script for the Tale of the Body Thief. We didn't ask anybody to pay us. We didn't make it part of the development deal. We just wrote the script on our own. And actually, the truth is, Christopher wrote the script on his own. But they wanted me to put my name on it. They wanted me to put my name on it because they didn't think that anybody would take the script seriously if it just said Christopher Rice. It had to say Ann Rice and Christopher Rice.
Well, and you did consult on it.
I certainly did. I was a big producer. I put on my producer hat.
And here's why you needed to be a big producer, because what we were doing and what the other parties involved wanted out of us was not necessarily a literal blow-by-blow adaptation of the Tale of the Body Thief, but they wanted us to use that story to relaunch Lestat for movie audiences. So there was a lot of creative choices about what to include about the ancient ones and how to make this story play out while also refreshing all this information for people.
But the important news is everybody who read it loved it.
That is
everybody loved
true.
that script. The script was not the problem. In fact, the script did more to encourage people to want to do this than anything else.
Absolutely. When we turned in the script, and Christopher did write every word of the script. I mean, I consulted on the phone ad nauseum, you know. But and read and made suggestions and read and was ready to pick up a pen, you know, if he wanted me to or if I felt I should. Never had to do it. He aced it.
You were afraid I was going to make all your characters gay football players. There was that concern. We did talk about that. Who fall in love with the tall blonde boy. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay, well anyway, everybody did love the script. The agents loved it, the producers loved it, all kinds of people loved it, studio people loved it. Everybody loved the script. Everybody went into high gear. And then basically the whole thing fell apart because of difficulties beyond our control. Studios not being comfortable with other studios' demands and so forth.
Let's be clear, and we don't want to get too specific about this for legal reasons, but it did not stall out because of a creative reason.
No, it did
not stall out for that reason.
Which is why I wanted to make the point about the script. It wasn't that you wrote a script that nobody liked. Everybody loved the script.
Everybody wanted to do it. Creatively, it was a go. Everybody wanted. There were just difficulties that we couldn't work out. And we may someday be able to work these out. It's not hopeless.
You will.
We will. And the script that we wrote is not owned by anyone currently.
No, it's owned by us.
It's still our property.
It's our property.
And something could happen with it, you know.
Absolutely. And there are a lot of people who want this to happen. And people come on the Facebook page all the time. You know, I'm very active on my page. I'm on my page.
I had heard that on the national news on a regular basis.
And people come on all the time and say, why don't you want to make a movie with Lestat?
Right?
I am dying to make a movie with Lestat. Not only am I dying, but a whole bunch of other people are dying to do it.